Warhammer, so gotta wait to click on the go live button, see if people want to hop on. I wasn't going to go live tonight, but last Thursday was Christmas Eve, so of course I didn't go live last week, and so I have done a lot of shopping, a lot of thrifting, which I'll get to later. I have a thrift haul. I went to the bins twice this week, which is very, very unusual. It's never happened before, because they are 2 and 3 hours away from me. So if you are, can you guys please let me know in the chat, say hello, what you're doing tonight, and I want to make sure you guys can hear and see me. Unmute. Oh, sorry. Was I muted? I think I was. Can you guys let me know that you can hear me? This is always an issue, isn't it? Someday I will figure it out. Someday. Okay, so I want to go ahead and get started. Happy New Year. You're just chilling at home. That's probably the safest thing to do. Yes. Okay. So, awesome. You're playing video games. You heard me the whole time. That is so weird. So when I start going live, I have to click on the unmute button, which is so weird. But if you heard me the whole time, then I guess I won't worry about it from now on. So thank you. Awesome. Okay, well, today has been very long and busy for us. We left here at like 8 o'clock this morning with our 3 little kids and went to, oh, you're going to say the chat. It's only Chico and Tom. Yeah. Matt's over here to the side. He's blushing. Doesn't want to make an appearance. So, anyways, we took our 3 little kids to Nana's today, and my husband and I had a little date day. It was centered around his Warhammer 40K, which are these awesome figures behind me. Are these what you wanted me to display?
Yeah, they're the best ones I have. So.
Okay, so my husband has a hobby. It's a game that all the nerds play. Not all the nerds, only a few. It's called Warhammer 40K, like I've said before. I don't know that my camera will focus. We will see. My husband has been putting these together for the last 6 to 9 months, but he hasn't, Chico says to get on here, but, I don't know if he'll focus. My camera is pretty poopy. He painted them this last week, and as you can see, they're very small, so he had to get special brushes, and he technically needs a magnifying light to see them. Tom says, well, he should be live. I don't know if he's on his phone. Are you live, babe? In the chat? Anyways, so I'm running super late, and so I'm just not eating my dinner. Beef and noodles, leftovers from, what was it, last night? Because we went to Des Moines, Iowa today. Oh, maybe, Tom, can you tell me, is it Des Moines or Des Moines?
Des Moines.
Or Des Moines. I don't know. I'm probably always saying it wrong, just like people say Illinois. Okay. So that was today. We took the kids to Nana's, went to Des Moines, 3 hours away, one-way trip, so it's been a very long day. And we shopped for a couple hours. My husband went to, are you going to hop on? Say hi!
No, it's...
What are you doing?
I'm showing you in the phone.
Well, you got to put here. Okay, well.
I can't see myself anymore. So.
No, I'm like 20 seconds delayed. So, you're distracting me. Oh, there he is! Oh! Okay, what does that mean? I don't know.
Silent S.
What's that mean? Oh, silent S for Des Moines. Sorry. It's delayed, and so I pretty much forget what I was asking you previously. Des Moines.
Des Moines.
Oh, and, okay, so it's Des Moines. I don't know.
Yes, those tasty tacos were delicious.
Yes, so, funny story, we took a lunch break to go to Tasty Tacos, which was recommended by Tom here in the chat. It's a good place. The parking lot was packed. I was hesitant to even go inside, and the line wasn't that bad, but the only thing I got was a cheese enchilada. For some reason, I was expecting it to be bigger. I opened up, you know, my lunch, and it was seriously like a soft taco shell and cheese. And I hadn't ate anything all day long, so I was a little disappointed. But I took a bite of my husband's taco, and it was pretty good. But there is a place that I went to Monday in Jacksonville. It's called Gringo Taco, I think. I posted on my Instagram. And it is, oh, I need to silence my phone. And it is the best tacos I've had in my whole life. So, okay, now like I said, I'm going to try not to chew too loud, but if you personally know me, I'm kind of a loud chewer. It's just genetic in my family. But also, it's New Year's Eve tomorrow. My husband and I are giving up soda, so this will probably be my second to last soda because I'll probably be up late tonight. But I went to Des Moines. Okay, I'm just not going to say the city. I went to their outlet today for about an hour and 15 minutes, and they did not bring out any new rotations while I was there. You have to wear a face mask, and you do have to wear gloves. You can buy gloves when you first walk in, but I just wore my winter gloves because they're thin, and I can't stand the latex gloves because my hands sweat a lot. But I have some things to show you, and then we'll go over our goals. What are your personal and professional goals for 2021? And then not only looking forward, but looking back at 2020, what were your highlights for the year? I asked my husband, and it took him a few minutes today, but all right, I'm going to take a breath. We had our first official snowfall. Well, snow accumulation, I should say, here in central Illinois. We went over to Iowa, and they got more. We're supposed to get some ice, I think, tomorrow.
Where are all your Instagram people at?
I don't know. It's New Year's Eve, and all of the people that normally are on here aren't here. And that's okay, because I know most people do watch this later. But I'm going to go over my Thredup items that have sold. I have a few kits that are waiting to get processed. New job in 2020. I want to get a tasty. Yes, Tasty Tacos. Is it privately owned? I'm assuming, because I think when I googled the locations, there were 3 in that town, which that I will not say because I will mispronounce it. Okay, I have my emails pulled up. I'm going to read you items that have sold on Thredup. I didn't start selling on Thredup till this last June, so I've been selling on there for like 6 months. And very part-time, so I mean, I've made a little bit of money, but nothing like I've seen people online. So something that was a pleasant surprise is Joie. I've only found this brand once, and it's like a casual dress. My ring light most of the time washes this out, but we'll give it a second shot. It is a simple, I think it's silk, and it's sold for, I don't know, probably close to $100, or maybe like $80, and my payout was $38.88. Oh yeah, so you can't even see it, it's too washed out. Okay, funny thing, this was actually returned, so this was returned, and so if it sells the second time, you get an automatic payout, which is what happened to me, thank goodness, because my returns are still pretty consistent. Like I would say about 50% of the items I sell get returned, which is kind of sad. Happy New Year, Stacy. Thanks for hopping in. There we go. I got one of my friends. Alright. So that was the one that I just got paid out for yesterday. Then on the 27th, I got a payout of a whole $1.27. I sent in some of my kids' clothes. I was just going to donate to the thrift store. It's by the brand Starting Out. It was a cute pullover sweater with a Peter Pan collar. The next time, okay, so on the 26th, I actually got 3 payouts. And one that was kind of interesting was an INC, which is like International Concepts. I think the brand is sold at Macy's. Previously, it showed it was expired in my kit, and then I got paid out for it. So I don't know if that means they lost it or what happened. It didn't show that it sold, but I was liquidating most of my items. As you know, I'm just now trying to get rid of a bunch of my Thredup stuff, and I got paid out $10. So I'm fine with that because I paid $1.50 for that. I did get paid out for 2 other items that day, which include a pair of cabbie pants for $12 and a maternity sweater of mine that was like $8.70. That's what I got paid out. All of my maternity clothes have all sold on Thredup, so if I see them like at the bins, I will pick them up. Okay, I also got paid out for 3 items on the 22nd. Again, maternity, oh baby, by motherhood. Chico's jacket, I got paid out $8. Like I said, most of my inventory is like $1 or $1.50. If I paid out for something, I will tell you. Like these Express jeans that were new with tags, they were from 2019, high rise. I got paid out $19.66. I did pay $5 for those at a garage sale last summer, and I debated if I wanted to keep them, but I sent them in. And then, I don't remember our last live. What was that date? It would have been... Okay, so then I got paid out on this other item. Oh, this was a great payout. Cachet. It's not even, I don't think the brand is, the store is open anymore. But it was pretty expensive retail, and sold like a tweed blazer for, I don't know how much, but I got paid $43.35. So I'm guessing it was a little under $100. It's pretty cool. So I will still pick up Cachet. So moving on from that. So those are the items that I've gotten paid out for in the last 2 weeks. Like I said, my payouts are few and far between now because I didn't send any kits in for 2 months, and I've been slowly sending kits in, trying to experiment how to further work with Thredup if that's possible. And so I'm just trying to liquidate, but also you can still make money. I highly recommend going over to Rebecca, the Reseller, her YouTube channel, and also Nikki's Beauty Buys. They have both gone over kits that have been processed with this new pricing and payout structure, and they show you how you can raise your price and what the payout will be. So it's kind of nice to know, oh, if I get this brand and it's a cardigan, I'll get paid out this much if I raise the price to 50% of the price. Hello, Ellie. Thanks for popping in. Yes, I do have a Poshmark virtual assistant. I've been on Poshmark for, I always forget how long, probably 3 years, and my closet slowly got built up to like 800 items, and I could not share my closet. I was sharing it maybe every 3 days, and I just highly disliked it. I watched a video on, I think it's Allie Bethany on YouTube, and she had over the summer tried out Virtual Assistant, and she said her sales greatly increased, and so I decided to give it a trial run. I had a coupon for like 30% off, so it was around $20, and they share your closet like 3 times a day. Highly recommend it. Virtual Assistant. I tried giving out my code to get a discount, and it did not work. I'm waiting to hear back from, oh no, that was List Perfectly. Never mind. I also use List Perfectly to cross-post most of my items. So, Virtual Assistant, no, ResellerAssistant.com. See, I'm just giving you the wrong website. ResellerAssistant.com. I've been using them since summer, late summer, and they're a huge company. They have a lot of resellers using them. So they reset your passcode or your password when they start sharing for you. And I haven't had any issues. So, and if you feel insecure, I mean, you can always stop using them, but I feel like it's more secure than using somebody personally or privately. And it's quite affordable because your time is money. So, okay. Gotta move my bowl of dinner out of the way. Now I'm going to show you, so like I've said, there is still ways to make money. For instance, I will still pick up a Talbot's dress because I think you can still get paid out for like $30 if you max the price without getting the fee, which would be 50% of Thredup's price. So so what I would recommend is going over to the previous channels that I stated, like Rebecca the Reseller. I just watched hers the other day, and she kind of gave me a glimpse. I will keep sending in Eileen Fisher. I will keep sending in, I can't decide. I found St. John, found 3 pieces of St. John at the Jacksonville bins Monday, and I was completely shocked because everything else was pretty much trash. Everything. It was pretty bad, and they only rotated the bins 1 time, and I was there for 4 hours. Not very happy. But Okay, so 90s and Y2K fashion is currently having a moment, trending, and baguettes are a thing. So this is just a simple black, it's butter soft leather. The quality is amazing. Has like a little gold clasp. And it's by Hobo International, which is a decent resale value. I was going to show you, but it's not going to focus, so it doesn't really matter. But it's just Hobo, and they're all capitalized. So just a nice leather. It's in beautiful condition. So the Jacksonville bins are 99 cents a pound, so I probably paid, this is a little under a pound. It's pretty small. So I paid under $1 for that, and I'll probably list it at $40. So, yes, so I did get St. John. Today I found 2 Eileen Fisher pieces, which are still out in the car. But I'm going to go over, I just went and grabbed items that I've gotten this week to show you guys. A mixture of stuff possibly for Thredup, some modern, but also some vintage. So, here's a brand, kind of a bolo to look out for, and it's Obermeyer. I don't know if it's going to focus, but these are made in Japan, and they are known for their outerwear for snowboarding or skiing. So I have a pair of women's snow pants, and these are in like new condition. They are vintage. I would say either 90s or 80s. Very high quality. And they have the little stirrup, or I don't know what you want to call that go under your foot. So I haven't checked comps on anything. I'm just showing you guys. I have sold an Obermeyer snowsuit, I think last year, for close to $100, if not over $100. If you can get the crazy patterned ones, they sell for more. Processing, okay, processing bags quicker. I would say no. They are still saying on their website, I checked it today, 20 weeks to process a standard kit for Thredup. So I have not sent in any expedited because I don't want the $16 fee. Now I will tell you that a good friend of mine, the Purple Boutique, Dara Lynn, who's usually here, she just had a kit processed, and she sent it December 9th. Or maybe it got there December 9th. She had standard processing, but they charged her $16. And her kit just got processed today, so she reached out to customer service to see if she could get her $16 back because she did not have expedited, so I'm not sure what happened there. But Ellie, as far as resellerassistant.com, feel free to reach out to resellers on Instagram and get their feedback because it's huge. I think they service a lot of resellers. So their customer service is amazing. They get right back to you even on Sundays, even on holidays. I think there was one time where I paid for a week, but my time wasn't up yet. You have to pay, I think, weekly, which is kind of a pain. So I try to pay on the same day. But anyways, there was one time where I paid for a package, but my time wasn't up yet. And so I guess I was supposed to have told them when they were supposed to start this new package, and I didn't. And so I went to my closet and realized it hadn't been shared in a day. So I just contacted them, and they apologized, and they shared my closet for like an additional 2 days. And so I think that's the only issue I've had with them since late summer, which is great. Okay, now, Thredup. See, I didn't make any notes today because I just got home at like 6:30 tonight, and I got my daughter to bed at like 7:30, and then I went on at 8. So I'm going to move on with some of the pieces I got. I concentrate a lot with vintage on 80s and 90s. Streetwear is really big with the younger crowd. Younger meaning like I'm 33. Millennials, even, what do they call the 20 year, I always get the generation names mixed up. But so here we have a 2-piece. Vests are pretty popular as well. And I don't know if you can see, but it's a really pretty brown plaid. And it has a matching maxi skirt with a fringe faux wrap. So this style alone will do really well. It is by Sun River Clothing. It is 100% cotton and it's made in India. So very nice quality. I probably asked like $50 for this. And I paid, what did I pay for this? Oh, this was half off. I paid $4. Here is another, now, okay, so at midnight I can call this vintage. Why? Because it will be 20 years old. An item to be considered vintage, according to like Etsy and just in general, it has to be 20 years or older. So, this one is dated Chicago, 2001, okay? Now, that graphic is like, it's kind of boring, right? But, if you look, this is a Y2K Nike tag. And what was cool about this one is that on the sleeve, it says eat, drink, run, and it has the Nike swoosh. So, heathered gray crew neck sweatshirts are very popular with like everyone at the moment. You will see there is a slight distress mark on the neckline, but people do not care. I mean, I wouldn't. Okay, this one I have to do some research on. I find this hard to believe because I believe this is dead stock because the graphic is still really crispy. This is considered a ringer tee because it has the ring around the crew neckline and the sleeve right here. See that? It's considered a ringer t-shirt. It's the classic Mickey Mouse. You see this like everywhere, right? Even at Walmart. So I did not think anything of it. I figured, oh, it's nothing, but I looked at the tag, and like I said, my camera focuses so poorly, but this is a thick paper tag, and it is made in the USA. I need to look up and see if they tried doing a throwback Tropic Togs, but I think it's single stitched. Guys, I'm thinking this is dead stock from like the 80s. And if that's the case, I don't know how much I could get for it. Or maybe $7. I don't know. I need to do more research, but I think this is actually a very good piece. And I got that at the outlet, so I paid probably 50 to 60 cents for that one. Okay. Like I said, I told you I found St. John. I don't find it very often, but when I do, it usually sells for around $100 or more. And I found a skirt suit set. So it's like a baby blue with a metallic silver thread. The traditional knit, here's the tag. Well, if you don't know what this brand, if you're not a reseller. So here is the skirt. And here is the blazer, which is also a size 6, which is good. I was trying to see what kind of knit this is. St. John has different kinds of knit. It still has a sticker on the inside. So I believe this is new without tags. Professionally. It looks like it's from fall of 2004, so it is not a newer style, which can be to my disadvantage, and I am not seeing a material tag, which is kind of weird. I don't think it is any of their Santana knits or wool. It feels like it's synthetic fiber. The other St. John I found is a more, I think this is a much more desirable piece and will probably sell pretty quick. It's like a varsity sweater is what I would call this. Very preppy. It's gorgeous. It has the shoulder pads in it. Has all the detailed buttons for St. John. With the emblem, it's got cute little button detail on the sleeve. It's a small, let's see if this one has the material tag in this one. No, it just says professionally dry clean. It feels like one of their knits though. Not Santana. I don't know if it's Santana knit. I'll have to do more research. But whenever I see knits in the stores, I always go to them praying that it's either Eileen Fisher or St. John. So these pieces should do pretty well for me. Now I could send these into Thredup and have a crazy high price on it, but I don't know. I don't know that I really want to trust them with something that it has more value. It just, I don't know, it makes me kind of nervous. I'm on the fence, but okay, now we have a jacket that I got for my 6-year-old son, but he loves a lot. I thrifted a lot of stuff for him. And here we have a throwback Nike jacket, windbreaker. It's full zip. I was trying to see, it's made in the Philippines, so I don't know if it's 90s or Y2K. It looks more 90s. It's like a dark blue, navy blue. It's got the check mark on the chest, but what I liked about it was has the stripe. It's like a track jacket. The stripe going across the back with the check mark again. And this thrift store that I went to, their blue tags were $1 today. So I got this awesome jacket that was originally priced at $6. I got it for $1. And I'm shocked that this has been in the thrift store for like, I don't know how long the rotation is, but it's usually about 4 weeks. So nobody bought it. But I got it for $1. So next is an item I found at the Goodwill outlet. I have never found Denim and Supply by Ralph Lauren in the thrift before. And today I found a really cool denim jacket. This is amazing. I love the acid wash, or maybe it's stone wash. Let me know in the comments. Would you consider this? What kind of wash would you consider this? Because it's like, it's not light denim. It's like got a tannish tone to it. So, but the thing that makes it so neat is the eagle on the back. Very patriotic. Love it, love it, love it. Now, I will tell you there is, looks like a coffee stain on the sleeve right here. And I can't tell if this was intentional or not. I'll have to go online and see. But there's a little rip on the sleeve. But it is amazing. Here's the tag. I can't remember if I showed you guys yet or not. So again, just a really cool eagle. I love it. It looks really old, but it's not. So they retail for quite a bit. And I did look up comps real quick on those. And they weren't as high as I was expecting. Certain pieces do better than that. I think people had those listed around $75. They were pricing the new and used ones about the same. So yeah. So, alright. This is probably the only vintage piece I found today at the outlet. I went to a regular thrift store and then I went to the Goodwill outlet. Here it's the gorgeous yellow. I don't even know, like sherbet yellow is how what I would call it, but gorgeous beading along the neckline, V-neck. It is a full-length gown. It has a nylon zipper, and I believe this is handmade. It has, I think this, not sure on the decade, but it has a zigzag seams. Forget, it's supposed to help date it. I'll have to do research. For vintage, I am no expert. I completely have to do my own research for all of the garments. So, anyways, the thing I'm concerned about is, do you see all that nastiness? It looks like a set-in stain. So what I do with items that have blemishes like that, the older pieces that I don't want to have go through the washer, I will soak this in my tub with cold water and OxyClean. And depending on how stained it is how long I'll leave it in. I'll probably leave this in the tub for like 6 hours and see. I had a dress like this that was like the flocked chiffon or something like that. And we thought it was, well, somebody I discussed it with, thought it might be blood, but turned out it was just chocolate milk, and it came out fine, and I sold the dress for like $100. So it's worth the risk. The Des Moines outlet is $1.59 a pound, and that dress was probably £2, so I paid a little over $3 for that, but I had to try. Okay, This piece I got at a thrift store. It was half off. They had it marked at $15, but their red tags were half off today. So I got it for $7.50. And it is a gorgeous tapestry dress in a sage green. I'll have to stand up, and again, I won't be far enough away to show you the whole full length, but it is gorgeous with it's like doily material on the sleeve. Has a big bow on the butt. I'm guessing it's 50s or 60s, but it's full length, and at the bottom it has the pleats with more, is it like crochet right here? Anyways, it is gorgeous. I was willing to pay $7.50 for it because I think I can make $75 to $100 on it. This one is branded, and like I said, I haven't looked at the brands at all, and my webcam does not focus very well, but I will go ahead and tell you the brand. It is House of Bianchi, Boston, New York. And the reason I think this it's got to be 60s due to it's got a nylon zipper, and I think in the 60s is when they started giving you instructions on like the care tag, like how to wash your garment. So I think this is probably 60s. It could possibly even be 70s, but check out the inside. Look at those. It's like the built-in bra, but it's like pads. It's interesting. Very well made. I don't see any flaws on it. There may be, but very good condition. Alright, you guys are quiet in the chat. What are you guys doing tonight? Are you having a drink? I am not. I'm just drinking soda as it's my last night. I can't tell you last time I had a drink. I'm not really a drinker. Neither's my husband. Okay. The next item to show you is not vintage, but it's Pendleton, which retails for a lot, and it's plus size. It is a size 24W, and it's plaid. Plaid does well for me, especially Pendleton. I did not even look inside to see if it had a style number on the jacket, because sometimes those are very valuable. I do not see a style number. However, this comes with a matching skirt. It was $6, which I will gladly pay for a plus size plaid Pendleton. Now, I could send this into Thredup and ask like $200 just for the jacket and probably $100 for the skirt, but I'm going to check comps on eBay, and I may try to sell that myself because, like I said, I don't know that, I don't know, I'm on the fence. Alright, so, you know, I love little vintage baby clothes, and I found tons at a thrift store. They had a whole row, but they were only $1. If they weren't on sale, they were $2. And unfortunately, unless a baby or toddler vintage clothing piece is like extravagant with a really cute novelty print or lots of lace, the resale value is not the greatest. So I paid $1 for this one. Just a cute little Easter, well, I mean, you can wear it year round, but it's got the little bunnies for a little girl, and love Peter Pan colors. And I'll probably sell it for $20. I'll probably start it at $25, and then it'll go on sale for probably $21. Okay. I love selling Champion. And here, this is actually the kids section. I always look in the kids section because I shop for my kids in the thrift, but also I find adult clothes in the kids section. So here's another reason you should look in the kids section. Here is a Champion. Now, this is not made in the USA. It's an extra small. I believe it's a women's extra small. Actually, you know what? It may be a men's extra small. I say this would fit a women's medium, so it probably fit a women's small medium, and this is a men's. It's made in Cambodia, so it's got the cool spell out. Also, the retro track stripe down the side, tuxedo stripe, whatever you want to call this, in a red and blue. Unfortunately, there is nothing on the back, but it is so cool, and it was half off. Can you believe this? Nobody picked this up for $5. So, I got it today for $2.50. I think I threw the rest on the floor. Yep. Okay. So, those are just the things that I wanted to show you guys. Items that I typically pick up. I will let you know that I passed on so much at the bins. My business model has really changed because my time is very limited. So I try to sell items for a higher amount than previously. I was like, okay, if I can sell for $20, let's do it. But I currently try to do 30, 50, I try to stick over $50, but realistically items go on sale and it will sell for like $30. So I'm happy with that as long as my buy-in cost isn't very much. Now you see today I did pay up for some items, but that's because I can sell them for pretty decent money. So that is the portion of my thrift haul. My garage is completely full. My basement is completely full. I have thrifted so much since my husband has been home for the holidays that I'm actually tired of it. Like today I was at the outlet and I was actually ready to leave before my husband was there to pick me up because I just did not feel like digging, which is not like me. So I think that's a sign that I've been shopping too much. Okay. While I was in the car with my husband, we talked about our goals for this next coming year. I always like to make goals. It helps if you talk to somebody aloud about them or put them on social media to help you stay accountable. But the best way personally for me is to write them down old school on a piece of paper. So previously my goal was to net, which means after all my cost of goods and fees were taken out, put $2,000 in my pocket. But my bookkeeping is behind. Let's be honest. I think I still need to do last quarter, Q4, I still have to do all my bookkeeping. It doesn't take me very long. It takes me like maybe 2 hours to do a month. So it's not a huge deal, but so Stacy, my death pile or money pile, whichever you want to call it, is my unlisted inventory. And let's just say it's a lot. And my husband is very supportive, and he is always mentioning, hey, why don't you go thrifting, because he knows it makes me happy. But at the same time, I have too much. So I'm going to put a halt to thrifting till I tackle my money pile. I know a lot of this stuff here was like given to me or has a low resale value, and so I may just donate it just because the way my business was like 6 months ago, which honestly some of this stuff I have had for 6 months and not listed is different than what I'm currently selling, and that's okay. I have a low buy-in cost, so, and it's a tax write-off. It's not a big deal. Ooh, I need to remind my husband. I'm trying to decide if I want to get a computer tonight, like purchase a computer, just because it would be a tax write-off for 2020. Or if I want to wait till 2021. I found the one that I want. It's just I have to, I think I was going to get on Amazon. I just have to go online and buy it, possibly before midnight, which is exciting news because that means my YouTube lives would be a better quality webcam. Fingers crossed. If you guys are tech savvy, I don't know, Tom, if you're into computers or not, or Chico, I had looked at getting a Microsoft Pro 3, the 15-inch laptop. I need something obviously for my personal business, and also that has a good webcam and a lightweight so I can work pretty much anywhere in the house with it. So I found one, and I was trying to stay under $1,000, and I think it's right around $1,000. So anyways, I was going to make that purchase, but I've been so busy, I've kind of been putting it off, and so now I'm like, okay, well, do I want to do it tonight, or should I wait? What do you guys think? So I don't know, it's up in the air. Have you guys made a business purchase for your business recently? I have a hard time paying up for supplies. Not so much for inventory if I know I can make money off of it, but like I don't use a Dymo, which is a label printer. I'm very old school, and cheap. Okay, so 2020 was overall good for me. I have 3 little kids, and so my business has always kind of been like on the back burner because as a mom, my kids come first. And so 2020, obviously, we've been home. And my youngest, she is 16 months old. Her name is Ellie. And she is a Spitfire. We call her a Hellion. She is the sweetest. But she gives me a run for my money, for sure. And so my work time has been very minimal, especially probably the last month or two, just because my daughter's at an age now where I have to keep my eyes on her at all times because she'll climb on our table or she'll mess with the cats and stuff like that. So anyways, I am hardly working, like hardly. And I was talking to my husband, and I don't know how, but if you sell on eBay and you go to the seller hub, you can see your I'm a really good visual learner. And so they have a chart, a graph, that shows you the dates and your sales for that day. And it compares from the previous month, and then it compares from the previous time a year ago. And I don't know how, because I feel like I'm hardly selling on eBay and I'm hardly even working. And I am up by almost 50% from last month, and then I'm up 50% from a year ago. And I don't know how. The only thing is that I'm selling items for more money, and I'm using promoted listings. So my items are, the newer items that I'm listing are selling. It's interesting, and so I want to obviously continue to grow my business. And this last year, my goal was to pay myself $2,000 for my job, and some of the times I spent too much money thrifting, and I didn't necessarily make my goal, but that's okay. Like I said, any money, it's fine, because this is something I really enjoy. And then, so for this next year, I'm going to make realistic goals, right? You need to be realistic if you have other jobs or other demands in your life. So I'm going to stick with that $2,000 net profit for each month. And as you know, I sell on about 7 platforms, which has greatly helped me, because I think at the beginning of last year, I was only selling on eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark. And then in early 2020, I hopped on Etsy. And even though I haven't had tons of sales, they're for quite a bit of money. People will pay up on Etsy. And then I started selling on Depop, which I've only sold maybe 5 items, which is a little disappointing, because I do like a lot of streetwear and stuff that should sell better on Depop. But I also price my stuff kind of high, which may be why. But what other platforms? Facebook, which I've always sold on there, but now they have an option to offer shipping. So I have been making sales on Facebook. And then shoptrilling.com, which I keep telling you I'm going to make videos. I was actually going back through my YouTube playlist, or my videos, and realized it has been a whole week since I posted a video. And I will tell you, I have 2 videos I just need to edit and put out there for you guys. But I've been spending a lot more time with my family. And if you personally know me, I am a go, go, go person. I can't sit still. I don't have much downtime. I would rather be cleaning or being productive. Like, I'm just that type of person. And for some reason, it's almost like I've had a burnout, like reselling burnout. And so I have had, I took a nap. Was it last week? I took a nap. I never, ever take naps. I think the last time I took a nap maybe was when I was pregnant, like a year and a half ago. And I don't take naps. And so I've hardly been working, but I am ready to get back to work. Since my husband has been home, my schedule has been off because I've been sleeping in. My kid, my oldest, is not going to school because he's on break. And so my schedule is out of whack. And I have ADD, and so if I'm out of schedule, it completely throws my day off. And let me know in the chat, do you guys do best with a schedule? Another thing that I'm going to do for 2021 is I'm going to time block my schedule. Let me know in the chat or in the comments if you're watching this later if you time block your schedule. This simply just means you assign a like example. So from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. I'm going to check and respond to emails. From 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. I'm going to ship. So my issue is I try to multitask. As a mom, I am trying to watch my kids. I'm trying to feed them breakfast. While my kids are at the table eating, I'm at the counter working on taking pictures, measuring. I'm doing it all at once, and I need to stop. I need to fully focus on each task that I'm doing one at a time so I can be the most efficient. Also, I need to have working hours where I am specifically listing on my phone, not on Instagram or TikTok. And so I think I'm going to do what I have done a few times before, which was successful, and delete Instagram app from my phone and then reinstall it later in the day once I have been productive and met my goals for the day. 27-inch monitor. Holy cow. I can't remember the size of my husband's, but it's like, sorry, we're talking about computer monitors right now. And my husband's monitor is curved and it looks so cool. But yes, the size of a monitor is very important, but for efficiency, I need something that I can work in the kitchen so I can be with my kids. And that would be the most efficient for my job. But anyways, so the time blocking is really important. Having an actual planner, whether you want to use one on your phone or paper and pen, like I said, I like paper and pen. I feel that works best for me. And so I'm going to time block. I don't know what time I'm going to be getting up when my son goes back to school in a couple of weeks. I usually wake up at like 6:45 in the morning, and so I don't know if I want to wake myself up earlier and have my cup of coffee and like try to get a few things done for work or not. It just depends, because my youngest, she, like I said, she's 16 months old, and she sleeping through the night is kind of hit or miss. It's been pretty good lately, but like last night she got up at almost midnight, and so, you know, if she sleeps well, I sleep well, but it's not super consistent, and so I don't want to, I guess, set myself up to fail, because my sleep is really important. If I don't get enough sleep, I get sick. So I just have to make sure that, so talking about planners, I actually ordered Nicole State's Reseller planner that she came out with recently. I think it came out, she announced it in the fall, and then I pre-ordered it, and I don't physically have it yet. It has been, it shipped like three weeks ago, and it's delayed in shipping. As you know, USPS shipping is nuts, and so I was hoping to have it by the new year, but it's not a huge deal. I already have in my brain like what I want to do, so when I get it, I'll fill it out. And I just got the planner for Q1. I want to see what it's like before I make any future purchases, but I'm excited. I love planning, making goals, anything to grow my business or just myself in general. The other thing I'm doing, as well as time blocking, is when I put my kids to bed, it's usually like 8 o'clock at night, and so I would usually be like exhausted because my kids, you know, they're kids. And so I would watch a TV show and just relax. But as that sounds great, that's not necessarily something to do every single night. So I think I need to possibly pick up reading, which I haven't read in a long time. And I also used to do a lot of crafts. So I recently got a really cool cross stitch, actually got 2 Looney Tunes pattern kits, whatever. And I would love to get back into like cross stitching, embroidery, and personalize some cool stuff and see how it goes. And maybe I'll even sell some of it because Looney Tunes seems to be very popular right now, and see if I can maybe make a profit doing that. But that's just something that I want to get into. The me time that I have and have always done is gone thrifting, but there needs to be another outlet because thrifting is like part of my job. So I need to take more time for myself, just for me, like mom time. I need to do that. So it's just getting myself to do it. But those are my goals. As most of you, well, not necessarily, but I always have this goal, but I feel like I'm mentally ready this time, is my health. So I've had 3 kids, and I bounced back after my second kid. I got really fit and had really good discipline with my meals. But after my third, then COVID came, and I found comfort in food. And so I didn't leave the house. So, you know, I wasn't super active. I'm usually kind of active around the house, but I haven't been working out. I've been drinking soda, just making bad food choices. And so it has caught up with me, and my husband and I have decided to do it together. As you know, it's always much easier to have support from your spouse or partner. And so yeah, tomorrow I am going to be making spaghetti squash, which I've previously made before, and it is so yummy. I don't know why, but I really love it. So tomorrow I'm going to make spaghetti squash, so that will be my lunch for the week. And then I'm going to meal prep like my snacks. And then there's something, I make my own sweet potato fries in the oven. They're really good. And I put those in little baggies, and I eat them as snacks because sweet potatoes are really filling. I think they're really high in fiber. So, anyways, that's what I'm doing tomorrow. Are you guys shopping tomorrow? Are you thrifting? I know some local thrift stores are half off tomorrow, but I have no desire to go. So, yeah, I also got zucchini, which I meant to order just 4 zucchinis, like individual zucchinis, and I ordered them on Instacart, and they actually came with 4 sets. So we have 16 zucchinis. Not sure what I'm going to make with 16, but with the 4, I was going to make zucchini boats. And so what you do is you just cut the zucchinis in half, and you scoop out some of the insides, and you bake them, and you can put really anything in it. And so you can either make, I think it's buffalo chicken, or we are just going to use like shredded chicken and marinara sauce. And if you want, you can put like some Parmesan cheese on the top, but yeah. And then we also like to bake cabbage. I love baked cabbage. And my husband, he's kind of a picky eater. He has gotten better over the last year or 2 with trying new things and liking healthier options. And so he likes cabbage as well. So that's what we're doing. And I'm also going to use a dry erase board and put what I'm cooking each night, so I can prepare myself and my husband can look at the board, because a lot of the times he'll be like, what's for dinner tonight? But honestly, this last year I have hardly cooked. We have spent way too much money eating out on fast food, and so that is something else. I mean, I guess, do you guys do cash envelopes like the Dave Ramsey system? We are going to be doing that as well because we overspend all the time, and there's no reason we should be doing that. So anyways, that is my 2021. Now, as you know, there are always changes, and that's completely fine. You just have to adapt. But it's been almost an hour. Let me know if you have any questions, or what do you plan on doing for your new year? Yes, so the stimulus check. I saw a screenshot from Denali El Ducho Thrift, and she received her check. It was in her stories, I think, on Instagram. And I checked our bank account, and we hadn't received it yet. We have direct deposit, and so I haven't checked it this afternoon or tomorrow. But yes, the stimulus money will be nice. Personally, you know, most Americans, I don't think it's enough for the period of time that we have experienced the negative side effects of COVID. However, e-commerce has been very well. If you are a reseller or if you sell on Amazon, you know that it has been well for us. And we're fortunate enough that my husband's job is, I guess we would consider it essential. And so he was able to continue working. So I don't have any complaints here, but I know some people that have been unemployed and not receiving unemployment, or receiving $300. Like, I totally do not agree, but I don't want to get too much into politics here. So, let's see. Next week, next Thursday, I will probably be more organized and have more notes and an outline. Give you guys an update on how my reselling is going. I do see an increase in sales coming very, very soon, as people will be getting their stimulus money. And last time this happened, was it back in March or maybe even April? My sales were on fire. That is when I was making a lot of money. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully it works. I do need to list. Consistency is key. That's obviously something that I'm always going to have as my goal. Consistency, even if it's just 5 listings a day. Whatever works for you. So, yeah, my husband is upstairs. I don't know what he's watching. He's been really into, some Star Wars cartoon, and he's loving The Mandalorian. So, I don't know what he's watching right now. And I wonder, it's Thursday. I don't know if Grey's Anatomy is going to be on tonight, since it's kind of a holiday. I don't think they were on last week. But I'll have to go check. Okay, if you're still with me, thanks for listening to me jabber. I'm going to go heat up my supper, as it's cold now. But, Happy New Year, everybody. Have a great holiday. Stay safe. And I will see you guys next week and check and see how your resolutions or your goals are doing. Alright, everybody. Have a Thriftilicious night. Okay, thank you, Tom. Alright, bye, everybody.